Good afternoon guys and welcome back to some more driver testing. Last week guys you will have seen we tested out the SRIXON ZX7. We have now got Dave the ZX7. So the lower spinning driver we saw last week, 223 total average. A driver that didn't probably perform as well as we saw with the Callaway Paradigm so far. But we're trying to see now, that was a draw bias driver. It encouraged Dave to hit some left. It's not always the club, it could be Dave. It is the pilot as well. One thing Dave loves about this is the head cover, that it's a little bit of a grip to pull the head cover over. So it's the small things for Dave.
Things in life, Chris.
You know, but we've got the ZX7 here. This is lower spinning, it's more straight flight, it's not draw biased for the better player, people would say. That's what you'd read online. You'd see, okay, this is probably aimed towards somebody with higher swing speed, higher launching, they want lower spin, which again, Dave's worried about now.
Yeah, all of a sudden, yeah.
As we know with Dave, he launches it a little bit lower. He doesn't always get the height, so that's why Dave is fitted into a 11.5 degree driver. This is set at 11.5 degrees. It's lower spinning. We've done the numbers inside and now we're just going to test out how it feels on the golf course. We certainly saw with the Mizuno in previous weeks when Dave did get one on the golf course, especially with the STX, great distance, but the off-centered hit was around about 60 yards behind. And that's what we're trying to see, guys. Is this driver going to be different? We certainly saw that with the Paradigm Triple Diamond compared to the normal Paradigm, and we saw the off-centered hits and dispersion were better for him. We also went fade bias with the Paradigm, whereas this one, we've just got a neutral flight. So let's see, Dave. So here on the 9th hole, Dave's going to aim for his normal shot here. So it's just right of the conifers in the distance. I'm going to get him to try and play two different shots here. So we're going to try and get him to play his normal and then see if we've got the workability to be able to hit a fade with this driver. Good. So Dave's gone for the fade first.
I was going to say that's the fade we were after, Chris.
So we've got the fade, but we haven't necessarily got the draw in the bag. So straight away there, guys, it launched pretty good, but we could see it did dip out of the sky pretty quick. So very low spinning, and we saw that on some of the numbers. It didn't spin as high, which is what we'd expect.
Yeah. A slightly higher noise as well, more of a ping. The Mizuno sounded a bit more dull.
Yeah, so we're testing the Mizuno ST range. That will be on tomorrow, guys. We are testing the lower spinning Mizuno driver, the STZ. But here we see that a different sound, and sound is something we need to look at. Dave's preferred the look of the Mizuno with the shiny crown, but with this, the sound is a little bit different. He prefers the Mizuno sound. So that's one thing you want to do, guys. In a driving range, on the range, it's very hard to always get the sound because of the acoustics. Out here on the golf course, Dave can see which one suits him. Because for that, Dave, you don't know whether you've hit it good or bad. No, you don't. So it's very off-putting for Dave if he doesn't know if he struck it well or not. That looked like it's gone a good distance, but he's unsure. It doesn't fill him with confidence when he's stood on a tee box. Right. A towering shot there.
I tell you what, that's nice. I wasn't expecting it to go that high.
A towering draw. So guys, that is very much there, a perfect example of a mid-handicap golfer. Okay, so we tried to get him to play a draw first off, he hit a fade. And then with the second one where we were trying to play a fade, he hit a big high draw. But it was out of the middle. It launched very high, and this driver, you would say, is designed to launch lower, lower spin, and go further. So it all depends on what kind of impact factors you put back to the ball. How do you return the club? If you like Dave, exactly there, and return it different every single time, which we all do, because I certainly do that, we don't know what kind of ball flight we're going to get. I would say that's the longest drive Dave's hit with all the 4 drivers we've tested. But that's a one-off shot potentially.
So in effect, what I should be looking for is something as forgiving as possible, really.
Yeah, exactly. And technology-wise, in here, very similar to the last week's driver. Got forgiveness throughout the face. We are going to be able to get better ball speed from off-centered hits, but it is designed to get lower spin. That is great if Dave does the swing that he's just done, hit nicely up on the ball, present plenty of loft. That's got a lot of carry, it's low spinning, and that would be great. But 99 times out of 100, Dave is not presenting that kind of loft, so we need to look at which one is going to be the most consistent.
Yeah.
And I'll put the numbers on the screen now, guys. You can see by Dave's averages, very close, but 221 yards total, so 2 yards behind the ZX5, the more forgiving driver. So guys, dispersion there you can see on the screen, we've got 3 to the right, 2 to the left. So again, front to back dispersion, not as consistent. And the same as what we've just seen out here. We've seen Dave try to play a draw, he's hit a fade, and then he's hit a towering shot that's gone a long way. Probably the longest one we've seen.
But I was trying to hit a fade.
But he was trying to hit a fade. And that's very much what we see from these kind of drivers, guys. If you can return the club face consistently, if you do swing a little bit smoother, you swing up on the ball, this could be a driver that launches the ball with low spin, you get more carry. If you like Dave, sometimes hit down, sometimes hit up, it's not going to be consistent, we're not going to be confident over it, because you can see there we've got some to the right, some to the left, some short, some long. There's no consistency, there's no confidence when Dave stands on the tee with this. So guys, the ZX range there, a very good range for you to think about. We're saving potentially around about £100 compared to the Callaway Paradigm range, around about £70 compared to the Stealth. So think about your budget, guys, think about what it's going to do, but make sure you think about, if you are having lessons and you are changing your technique, then you need to tell your fitter that, because if he fits you to your current swing but you're working on your game, the money that you save could be pointless, because in 2 months time, when you've changed all your swing and you've changed your swing path and everything like that, this driver could then be obsolete. So there is a time and place for this lower spinning driver, there's a time and place for the others, only 2 yards total difference in that, but we can see consistency not as good as previous drivers. But guys, tomorrow we're going to be testing out the Mizuno STZ driver. So again, the lower spinning Mizuno, less draw bias. Will that be more consistent for Dave? We've got the numbers, we're going to test it on the golf course. And guys, hopefully you're enjoying this series. Comment below any kind of clubs you want to see a mid-handicap test, because we believe it's better to see somebody who swings at similar speed to yourself and presents a club face probably similar to yourself. So guys, hopefully you've enjoyed that, and we'll see you soon.
See you soon.